Peace and blessings, everyone. This is at AlienBlackGirl with the first ever visual podcast episode. If you know me, you know how much I hate being on camera like this, but here we go. And you're going to see this hand the most because I'm missing a nail or two. Okay, so on this episode, I will be talking about the 9 frequency wave. Okay, we've been hearing all about how it is the year of the 9. When you add up all of the numbers of the years, 2, 0, 2, 5, you get the number 9. So I want to talk about how to make this 9 energy, this 9 frequency, as the episode is called, how to make it practical in everyday life so you can be active in your spirituality, active in your spiritual growth, and active in yourself, activating your avatar in this season, because we are definitely in a season of doing. Okay, so in this episode you will be hearing some musical breaks from some independent, underground, smooth ass artists, okay, with all their information. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Alien Black Girl podcast.
Yeah. Feel that like, yeah, man, bounce. Yeah. Overthrow me not likely to match me. Must be striking down on turf just like lightning. Thunderbolts show up when you type me. Create a new life with an Aries. Procreation is oh so godly. Till plant, water then repeat. Love make a few wanna hate me. Knowledge got a few wanna debate me. Thinking that you tough, you can't break me. Delusional, must be a Pisces. I love y'all, but that's just what I've seen. Got you jogging down lanes of memories. Look up in the air for flying entities. UFOs and green orbs I've been seen back in 33. Be me like Scotty and they bullshitting. Feel jacking, just listen. Triangle offense, I'm kinda offensive. If I pin it, then spit it. I meant it, no side switching. Just multiplying the vision, simple mathematics. Spaz at it, I'm active. Deep breathing like asthmatics. No attacking, dope like my geographic is crack addicts. Good and bad habits, early hawk gets the rabbit, gone. I always transform into myself. I always transform into I always transform into myself. I always.
All right, so welcome back to the Alien Black Girl podcast. I am your host and creator at AlienBlackGirl_. You can follow me everywhere on social media with AlienBlackGirl_, and be careful of spammers, because if you see 2 underscores or anything else, that is not me. I do not solicit readings from anyone. I do readings. They're on my website, AlienBlackGirl.com. But other than that, I will not come a begging, okay? And it don't even sound like me. It don't even make no sense. I don't even speak like that. So you can tell it's not even me. So today's episode, we are talking about that 9 energy. That what does that mean, and how can we incorporate it into our lives on a daily basis? So first of all, let's talk about what the number 9 means. The 9 really represents a completion, the end of a cycle. And if we sit and think about, like, when we do the numbers, when we count from 1 through 9, we then go into double digits and the numbers doubling up. So you go through that 1 through that 9, and then you go to 1, 0, which is 10. Or in the supreme mathematics, in that calculation, you go from 1 to 9 to 0, which is cipher, representing that completion aspect, okay? So that 9 represents the ending of cycles, the completion of something, the just finalizing something that's very finite, because it's ushering in something new. And typically with that strong 9 energy, it's whether you want to or not. So it's really about being prepared, I don't even know if this is a word, but activizing, all the learnings and things that you have been taught, especially for us conscious folks, okay? We've been talking about the end coming forever, okay? We've been talking about the era is nigh. We've been reading it in the stars and all these things. Well, it's here. Everything that we've been reading and talking about in this 9 energy, it is actually time for us to do and continue to manifest. So there should be no real panic in the conscious community. Correct if you were doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but that's none of my business, okay? I got some notes here, so I will be looking at that. I am Capricorn stellium, so I make sure that I am in order, okay? One thing that it does is It embodies the wisdom and things that you've gained along your experiences thus far. So, all the lessons and blessings in your testimonies and, those traumas that we like to bring up and all those things. So it is embodying that wisdom so that you actually act in the knowledge. Again, the key word is action, and just really doing what it is that we know to do. Especially as conscious folks, we know that the sky is the limit for us, and so but we have to begin to put into play the things that we're learning, or I think we're going insane. Too much information and overload, we will not move forward. You won't move forward, and then you get the stigma of, in the conscious community of just always talking, just loving to hear ourselves talk. Oh, let's meet about it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a chat about it. No, let's be about it. Meet me outside. Meet me at the business table. Meet me at these things and follow through. Using that wisdom that we have learned and gathered. Now, instead of continuously asking more questions, this is the period moment, the ending of it, because we're about to start another sentence. Not continuous questions and questions and questions. Yes, questions will formulate, but oftentimes we ask questions because we avoid the answers, because we know the answers requires action. Stay woke, okay? But no, this is really a time where we are really self-understanding. The discovery has happened between 1 and 8 in its different methods too. And for me, numerology wise, I really like to attune to the supreme mathematics, which is very beneficial into understanding how to move in life, going from the 1 to the 9 to the 0. Once you've gone to that complete cipher, the cycle starts over. So if you are really attuning to the day's mathematics, which is attuning to the numbers, you'll be on point, you'll be on point, right? Also, this really encourages us, again, to really grow, to really show and flex and plant those, to show the roots that we have planted are actually giving us the proper fruit and things that we need. You know what I'm saying? So that 9 energy is really calling for us to walk the walk. We already know we can talk the talk, so it's really about walking that walk and making sure that we are really being cohesive and really being, that elevated being, that celestial being that we say we are, because that really requires our actions. And when talking about that actions, that really includes how we treat one another, because in the knowledge that we are learning, we're learning that how we treat one another goes back onto us. That cycle, I'm going to keep, doing these motions. That cycle aspect, and so that's definitely a self-reflection over ourselves. So some historical and cultural understandings of the number 9, because I think it's important as we are on our spiritual journey, on our understanding and expanding what we know, is to know what is there outside of our own understanding. So in the Egyptian culture, 9 was considered a sacred number, often linked to Enid, that's Ennead. So if I'm saying that wrong, my bad. A group of 9 deities worshipped by Heliopolis. So Heliopolis, when you look at the word Heliopolis, that's sun city. It literally means sun city. So this reflects the Egyptians' understanding of cosmic order and harmony. So with this Heliopolis, which means sun city, they associated 9 with the sun, and this was a group of 9 deities. That's something to look up. I'm gonna look that up too. So in China, 9 is associated with longevity, eternity, often in the imperial architectures and ceremonies as a symbol of power and completeness. The Forbidden City, for instance, has 9,999 rooms, and showcasing the emperor's divine authority. Speaking of China, it is now the year of the snake too. So if it's the year of the snake for you, I know one of the years is 1989. It is a very good year for you as well too. So get in tune with all those things too, to see how you are supposed to be aligning and maneuvering in your life. Like these cosmic tools aren't used to just talk and show our knowledge. These cosmic tools are used to better ourselves, to reach our highest heights, to be our highest selves, however we envision that to be. You feel me? So in the realm of Norse mythology, the number 9 appears frequently representing magic and the divine. Odin, the chief god, hung on the world tree. It's called Yggdrasil. It's Yggdrasil for 9 days and nights to gain wisdom and knowledge, emphasizing the transformation journey the number embodies. Again, remember, 9 represents transformation, ending of cycles, change, a push forward, just continuing on, a call to start again. Not necessarily starting backwards again, starting anew. Also, I would like to say, though, when it comes to what the number 9 is and what it interprets, you can also define what that means to you. You know how you always see numbers like 999 or things that add up to 9. Like, think about the things that you're doing during those times when you see those numbers and make that your own symbolism too, because all of these things are associated to what is aligned with these individual people and their cultures and how it presents itself in their lives. So if you see 9 and think, you know what that means, grass, I'm gonna make that mean some grass. And so every time you see 9, it's like, I'm gonna ground myself right now, because every time I see 9, I'm always in a headspace where I need to just chill and ground myself. You feel me? So in the Christian faith, the 9 usually represents, 9 is the significant symbolism of the fruits of the Spirit. So there are the fruits of the Spirit, the 9 choirs of angels, illustrating the number of roles in conveying spiritual abundance and celestial order. So yes, Christians, your 9 is a part of spirituality, and what that represents, a part of what 9 is, because we all move in the same frequencies, we just defined it differently, okay? So the number 9, also to continue in Buddhism, represents the reversal of spiritual awakening and enlightenment. Again, so it's aligning on the same principles of renewal, of regeneration, of something different, of understandings, of inner, And finally, a great example would be within Islam, the 99 names of Allah that define the great attributes of Allah, to understand the comprehension of divinity, to really get how 9 can be expressed closer to the divine, transformation, and all those things. So after this musical break, I will talk about some practical ways in which you can apply the 9 energy. Stay woke.
Yo. So I'm back with another poem. We got a beat in the background this time, so I'm gonna call it poetry on the beat. I ain't gonna call it rapping, but just listen to what I say. This poem for tonight is called My Story. Just talk about me a little bit, so just listen to what I gotta say and really take heed. Listen. See, once upon a time, there was a kid named Kamori. Was just a minor living grown at age 9. He had a story to tell. See, Lil Maury almost seen heaven once, but been through hell. And the people who introduced him should really be in jail. But so that's besides the point. Maury went from church and every day to saying pass the joint. Cause when he gets so high, can't feel the pain. That is past the point of acceleration. Moving fast, go kart, and I ain't talking about no celebration station. See, feel like I'm on this course alone with no caddy. Growing up, picked on the other kids. I was just another fatty, but the point is deeper. What you know about hating on a nigga for 17 years just to find out he ain't your daddy? See, y'all don't know what I'm saying. What you know about taping holes in the walls from when shots started spraying, or on your knees praying at 4 a.m. for better days, or hoping God heard your praise, said no need for wealth and fame. I just want another chance in life for my mom and brothers. Feel like I'm made the way I took my emotion under the cover. So many people with hidden agendas like they undercover. They've been crossed so many times by the ones who was once my brother. There goes another. They say Maury off the chain, he need a buckle. Whole time it's just a kid who watched his mama struggle. I can't lie, he built the wall on me. It's like a domino effect, cause it fall on me. So many responsibilities I gotta carry. What y'all know about situations when your actions got scary? Cause see, I tripped out fighting a nigga that my mom once married. See, cause niggas got froggy and decided to jump. But he ain't know behind Dukes I was born more than a punk. See, Maury seen it all, that's why he ain't no punk. And if you wanna test that theory, by all means run up. See.
All right, so some great ways in which you can apply this transformation, this ending of cycles, all of these things in the 9 energy this year to make way for new things are as follows. Of course, let me get my little list out because I cannot remember these things, okay? So, decluttering your space. oftentimes when we have a lot of clutter going on in our space, it's really hard for us to move on or to add on new things or to even envision new things in our lives because there's so much clutter. You declutter your mind, you open up opportunity for free thought, you declutter your space, you can breathe, you can feel more comfortable, and you're not at discomfort and dis-ease all of the time. Another is to resolve your past conflicts. Sometimes what we envision of resolving past conflicts is not necessarily what is needed for ourselves. Sometimes we're expecting an I'm sorry or somebody to admit to something that they've done, and that's not necessarily how that works. It's understanding that you have to get that closure and resolution for yourself, and understanding what those traumas were in those moments and how it has shaped you and how it will continue to not form who you are, but keep you informed as you move forward. Because we have to maintain and rebuild trust. I know sometimes in the past, we have been harmed, done harm, done wrong, all those things. But those are people of the past, and those with that proper introspection, we move on from and be able to properly vet those folks, and those situations and all those things and all those conflicts. So moving on, shutting those doors, and all the issues and things that came attached to those things. Another good one is finishing lingering tasks. I like to say this a lot. Like sometimes multitasking can be a trap. Sometimes we'll start something here, we'll start the dishes, we'll start making the bed, we'll start doing all these things, we'll start a project, and then nothing gets complete. So start by doing something small, whether it's when you take the toothpaste cap off, put it back on. When you open the cabinet, close the cabinet. When you take off your shoes, put them in the closet. When you wake up, make up your bed. Like little small consistencies like that lead to greater things in life. You'll start doing those things more. You're getting yourself into a healthy routine. And you're ending the cycle of laziness. So you open up the cycle of, if I do this, I can add on something else. 21 days of doing something consistently becomes a habit. So get in the habit of doing something better. Another thing is too, it goes into with the resolution aspect. It's just letting go of missed opportunities. Sometimes we're so concerned about the no's that we get that we don't understand that there are the yeses that are there waiting for us. But it's like, what is the card? The Five of Cups. You're worried about these 2 cups that have fallen over, right? But you have these 3 ones full of opportunity. You have more waiting for you, but you're sitting here crying over spilled milk and stuff that wasn't meant for you, and you're fine without those things, you see? So get it together. And change your perspective. View these things. Don't call them challenges. Be corny. Call them something like character developments, or I don't know. I like to think of your life as a video game. Sometimes we have to repeat a level a couple of times before we realize, stop doing the same moves, right? So this is how it is. It's like you're changing your perspective on how you view, what is going on in your life, and your outcome will be a little bit better. It's not the whole solution, but this helps. It's how you change your mind, how you treat your mind, how you treat yourself, what you say to yourself, all of those things too. Also too, it's important to give yourself grace and congratulate yourself on the things that you have done. If you start a routine and you were able to do the first 4 days, but then you slipped, that's fine. Start over, but you did 4 days. You were doing 0 before. So make sure that you're giving yourself grace. Also make sure you're giving yourself some practical goals, because sometimes we have 11 goals that we are trying to do, and when we don't complete them, we get down on ourselves. That's just not healthy, okay? So just make sure you're having practical goals for yourself so that they can be achieved. Take a bite, okay? You don't swallow a whole apple at once. I mean, if you can, you're breaking down. But no, you take bites at a time, okay? You take your time, you enjoy it, you digest it, and all those things before you take another bite. So, do those things. Okay, so after this final musical break, I will have some self-reflecting questions that you can consider this year during that 9 energy mode. Car rides in the morning, time to reflect. Will I do my job right to earn respect? To call myself the greatest at the art of the eye. Can educate you on the greatest wisdom to try. Intrigue your brain vein with my heartstring. This is not a game, it's a matter of empire. Live and maintain a reality and majesty, and build a mainframe and connect their strategy. And cause I've been thinking, and it's getting pretty deep. Now I see all, cause I've been thinking. Third eye wide awake with earth to you can better see. Cause I've been thinking. She used her head, she could think that was time to me. Cause I've been thinking. Cause I've been thinking, I've been dreaming, I've been trying to reminisce. Back before it got so complicated, how did it get like this? Then again, it don't really matter, that moment is long gone. Ain't no point in dwelling in reviewing, shield and move along. And when the water get way above your knees, won't you reach for the sun? Learned that lesson from the trees. I know deep down in my heart, Jah will heal everything. And since I have faith in Jah, really I have faith in me. Best believe I've been thinking, and it's getting really clear now. I see all I've been thinking, connected to the earth, moon, stars, and the sea. Y'all, I've been thinking, and it's getting really clear now. I see. I've been thinking, reflections of you and reflections of me. I've been thinking about my inner being, bird's eye view of the me that's breathing. I got blues, but they last a season. When they through, watch out for me. My skin becomes my cavalry. My words become my armory. No sticks, no stones can't break my bones. No man can take this joy from me. And I've been thinking, learn to let go of that flow. All the bullshit, let that shit go. Then everything you want will start to flow. Every little lesson is a message. A thing that looks like pain could be a blessing. Asking myself really why you stressing. All right, welcome back to the Alien Black Girl podcast. I am AlienBlackGirl_ on everywhere on your platform. So, to conclude this episode, what are some self-reflecting questions that we can ask ourselves during this 9 energy, this 9 frequency, as we're maneuvering to make sure that we are continuously moving forward, so we are cycling out what is no longer good for us, so that we're making way for our successes, okay? So, are there areas where you feel a need to choose a chapter or embark on a new journey? So what have you been thinking about discovering? Discover that. Go for that calling, go for that inquisitive, research. Start there. Identify some aspects of your life that feel incomplete. What steps can you take to bring closure or fulfillment to those things? Now, the things that you haven't completed that are conducive to your future. Sometimes in the past, we want to have the last word and we get stuck there, but this is specifically to your future. Like what is incomplete, what needs to be done, what doors need to be closed, what I's need to be crossed, and T's need to be dotted. All those things, okay? Another question is, consider how you can integrate the principles of completion and transformation into your daily routine. For example, like I said earlier, something small as, if you take off your clothes, put them in a hamper. If you close the door, lock the door. Little things like that. If you have your keys, put them in a specific place, This can help keep your mind sharp, keep you in tune and conscious of all your actions and purpose. Sometimes we do things aimlessly without intent and just on autopilot. So this will really help you really focus in on, what you're completing and what you're incompleting. Also, another thing is, what promises or commitments have I made that I did not follow through on, or not complete? So when it comes to ending those cycles, making sure that you have finished your unfinished business in that right. If you've given your word to someone, okay, let's be upright people, okay? Let's just do the right thing here, okay? And so our last question. Visualizing your goals, okay? So what does that look like? How do you foresee yourself in a world where, you follow through with your completion, everything, is going according to plan, when you're obedient in, doing things, in order, with a plan. So, and then work your way backwards. What are the steps? Small steps, small processes, okay? So in conclusion, y'all, that 9 energy frequency is really a call for us to be active, really a call for us to get more involved with ourselves, our community, but really that 9 energy is an internal movement within ourselves so that we are able to actualize the things that we envision for ourselves. So we can log off the internet so that we can really put some action to our passion and our dreams and the things that we know to be true, and the things that we know are inevitable and are coming. So let's really be reactive in this season, in that 9 energy season, okay? So before I leave you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you want to listen to previous episodes that are not videos, because this is the first video and I just feel drained, okay? I do have the podcast, the Alien Black Girl podcast, streaming everywhere. There's a lot of episodes. I've had this podcast since 2018, so bear with me as I'm going to probably just be interchanging between audio and video because we're just trying to work this thing out. So willing that you all have a great day. Peace and power, peace and honey, peace and love to you all. And comment below to tell me how you see the 9 energy this year.